Cancer, hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to your general love reading with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. This one is going sort of like from October to November, so those 45, 60 days. It is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. I am going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot to see where you currently are in energy, what is the direct influences on that, and also where you are potentially going forward in the connection. I'm going to clarify using OSHO Zen Tarot, and then I'm going to end off with a message from the universe. I would really appreciate it if you would stay with this reading from beginning to end, because it definitely helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. With all of that being said, let's see what has the universe got for love for you. Bit of a trippy situation. So you got the Three of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Could you be crying over spilled milk? Possibly. Because on the one end, this is what I've got, Cancer. I feel on the one end, there is a space, and I did pick this up for Pisces as well. So maybe you're dealing with a Pisces, or maybe you've got strong Pisces in your chart, or dealing with someone that's got strong Pisces in their chart. But, you know, there's a space here of really coming together. Friends becoming family, possibly getting married, getting engaged. There's a space here of actually people celebrating. Now, who did I get that for? I got it for Pisces, but I also got it for Virgo. You know, sort of like people go like, you're at last. There really is a space of a beautiful coming together here. But I do feel, Cancer, that you've got some trouble opening your mind to the idea that love can finally work out for you. Maybe you've had so many disappointments that you're now in a space of feeling, well, can I actually trust love? Do I even dare? You know, that sort of thing. And I do feel that maybe you need to, maybe you realize that it's not going to work with a certain person, or maybe more than one person. I'm not suggesting that you are playing people up against one another, but you know, you might have been, I feel, in a space here where you were thinking, well, they might be a good match for me, and they might be a good match for you, you know, for me. And then kind of getting into a space where you are realizing, well, maybe not, and maybe not. And you might actually get to a space where you may realize that all the, I would almost say, prospective people that you had on your list, that none of those people are, you know, they're not bad matches, but they're not sort of like the best match. It's almost like you can feel in your energy that there's a better match coming about for you. And you are totally true. You're totally right about that, by the way. And so if you really need to take some time to maybe in energy say goodbye to a person that you saw, that you hope that you might have a connection with in life, maybe write them a little letter or something like that. You know, have a little ceremony maybe where you say goodbye or whatever that might be. That might be a good idea. You know, take yourself out for a cup of coffee and a slice of cake, or something similar to that, you know, and say, you know, goodbye to that. I thought that that is what's going to happen for me, but now I see that that is not the case, because I feel that the ideal person for you is finally stepping forward, because you are finally ready. And I feel that for many of you, you were possibly holding on to, well, maybe they may work and maybe they may work, you know, so you're kind of like taking a little bit of this and a little bit of that from another person and weaving that together and say, oh, well, maybe they're my soul partner, that sort of thing. And now realizing that maybe that was necessary for you because maybe you were not ready for the love that is coming about for you now. Okay, let's see what are, because love is definitely coming. Let's see what are the influences here, the direct influences here for you, possibly from the past, possibly from an ex. The Queen of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Death card energy. So you may be at a space where you have really worked on your own energy, where you really sort of begun to realize your own value and your own worth. And what is the mark that you want to leave in this world? I feel that for many of you, the thing that may have been blocking love for you is that maybe you needed, and this seems to be coming up for a number of people, that you maybe needed to get some clarity in your career. Where's your life path going forward? You may not have everything figured out just yet, but it's almost like the moment you made up your mind, things started to take a very definitive direction, you know? And even there with the Death card energy, again, I feel that for some of you, Cancer, I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. You were selling yourself short, you know? And now you stopped doing that, came out of the dark, came into the light, saw your own potential, see the possibilities of your life. And it's almost like all of nature, you know, with the fairy realm, even with the fey kingdoms, like, yay, you know. And yeah, there is still some work to do here in you know, pertaining to changing your mind. I feel that you're really getting into alignment with sort of like abundance, the earthly manifestations and those things. And the more you get in line with that, the more calmness comes into your energy, and more the calmness comes into your energy, the more you allow yourself to actually feel and to receive love. Because sometimes that is what is blocking it for us, you know. Um, what is the potential of this energy going forward? Oh, for a reading that started off like, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, you know. Justice, Hangman, and the Star. Three major arcana cards. Balance. Handing over to Source. Highest good. This is definitely a twin flame connection. And I want to clarify when I speak about a twin flame connection, because everybody is out in this world looking for their fucking twin flames and then often missing out on the beautiful opportunities for love that's actually available. A twin flame is in this world to help you, guide you. They're like that um, superior GPS, basically. So typically they come into your life rocking things up and then they leave. And it's only when you are both ready in this lifetime, when you are both ready through lifetimes of preparation, um, and sort of like give and take and sacrifice, and so helping each other and supporting each other, that you come into a lifetime that you are both ready, and you are both in this lifetime ready now, which is amazing. All right, I'm going to use Osho Zen Tarot to clarify for you. I love Osho Zen Tarot. It's all about what is the highest good. And I've recently also released a course on that. There's a link for it in the description. Check it out. First couple of lessons are free. But I feel that you and this person came into this lifetime and you said to yourself, listen, this is it. We're going to make it work in this lifetime. You were both ready. It could be the last lifetime for both of you. Um, and you are just coming here to, you've done all of this work in this world, and now it's a time for you to just really experience the actual beauty of love together. Okay. Recent past influence, there are two cards that came out. You got laziness and consciousness. So it's that realization that it's now or never. And also I feel that for some of you with laziness, it's one of those cards where you kind of, you know, you follow the convention of the world. This is how it is, blah, blah, blah. And you get to a point where you realize, like, listen, I'm setting myself up for failure here. I might be settling. And I feel that for many of you with those past connections, you may have been in a space where you may have been sort of like settling. You know, you may have not thought of it like that at the time, but you were maybe wanting to be with someone because you felt lonely, you didn't want to be alone, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And you realize that, well, that is not really the best way to do things, especially not for you, because you're this beautiful, honest, emotional being. So there might have been a period of loneliness there, even ugliness there, sadness there, but sometimes we need that to also get the clarity that we require to go forward, you know. Let's see in your current space. So know that the pain was not, and you know, it didn't not serve a purpose, and you might actually, um, and I think I got this very much in Pisces. You might be reconnecting with a person that you thought, well, that ship is definitely sailed. No, it was Aquarius. That ship is definitely sailed. Um, because sometimes, you know, we look for the divine counterpart in another person. But when you get to a point that you realize what you are looking for in another person, you can only really find within yourself. And when you find that, that is when you come from that very powerful point, and that is when you realize that even if you're not with someone at the moment, it's almost inevitable that you end up with them, you know? And it's a good thing. In this equation, it's a good thing, you know? It's an inevitable connection, really, but it's a beautiful connection. Potential for this connection going forward, experiencing the beauty of life together, beauty of love together, the beauty of you together. So that's really amazing. This is a connection that helps you to really discover more of who you are in a very positive way, because in many ways I feel that you probably held out on yourself a little bit, and now it's time to really give yourself the beauty of love. All right, let's see what the universe has got for you, beautiful Cancer. I like that. Let's see. And if that resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. What is it that we got for Cancer, please? What do they need to know? You know, all those feelings that you sometimes get with how love can almost make you feel weak and overly emotional and stuff like that, that ship has sailed. And it ain't coming back. Okay. Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So it's almost like you already know who the right person is for you. And it might be that maybe you did like this person before and you're like, nah, I don't know. They the one. And I feel that you both might still have some uncertainties. But I also feel you going forward, or let's rather say this, following your heart to that one person that you kind of feel that's the one, that is what leads you to a lot of light. Okay? So that's what I got for you, beautiful Cancer. I hope that helps. Thank you for your time, energy, love, and light. Namaste. I'll see you next time. Bye.